there are no more gimmies. No more we'll get them next week's.
We can do something special. I'm looking forward to it.
And there is no room for error.
They disrespect us last every play.
The playoffs present a whole new challenge. Let the postseason begin.
Anything else you want to say, Coach?
Go Stingrays.
On the Friday Night Blitz.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Ain't too many times in life you get a second opportunity. It's not too many times you get in life you get a second opportunity. So let's make sure we take advantage and play together. Everybody got that? Yes, sir. Let's have it.
Yes, sir. We got it. Play together. Rematches are the theme of the night here on week one of the postseason. Three local teams getting another chance against a district rival, including the Riverside Generals, on a trip to Lake City. Welcome, everybody, to the Friday Night Blitz postseason edition as 30 local teams started the week with championship aspirations. I'm Brent Martineau, along with a just hustling in Stuart Weber to break down week one of the playoffs.
It was cross-country championships today. I had to get a little run in before the show,
better
right?
you than me.
Hey, the last time Riverside and Columbia met in the postseason, it took a pair of overtimes to decide the outcome. No overtime this time. Let's head to Lake City.
The Game of the Week, sponsored by Whataburger.
How about that entrance? A tradition like none other. Generals and Tigers in the postseason. These guys are always matching up. Slow-moving first half. All defense early on. Tigers swarm quarterback Kale Zara on the quarterback keeper. Not to be outdone, the Generals defense gets in on the action as Messiah Wells takes down Cade Jackson, who's coming back off injury. Second quarter, we've got points. Daniel Plummer goes up top to Jaheim Singletary. Comes down with it. Or did he? Ball on the field's a touchdown. Take another look. Oh, boy, they called that a touchdown. Whoa. Wouldn't be a postseason game with these two without a little controversy. Nonetheless, Generals lead 6-0. Back to work for the Tigers. Drive down the field. Marcus Peterson runs the keeper to the left, gets into the end zone to tie things up. Wait just a minute. Touchdown's negated by a flag. So how about those two sequences right there? Officials rule that Columbia had too many men on the line of scrimmage. No score. Winding seconds of the half. Generals defense comes up with a stop. And it would be a 6-0 lead into halftime. And at the end of the day, it would be a 17-13 game, a 17-3 game, excuse me. Riverside beats Columbia.
We talk so much about how balanced you guys are, offense, defense, special teams. You guys are loaded, and obviously, defense holding 3 points on the board. Tell me about just how you feel about your defense right now.
Oh, man, I was definitely hyped up by the defense before half. When they had the opportunity to score, we kept them out. And that's what it takes, you know. Playing four-quarter football, we had a chance that we scored on special teams today. That was big. That was definitely big. That's Deion Rawls got one right up the middle. And the defense played lights-out football. Offense was able to take care of the ball, manage the ball. We didn't score as many points as we would like, but at the end of the day, it's all about the win at this point.
You said before the game that you wanted to make this ride back to Duval a little bit easier. Should be a pretty easy ride, right?
Definitely should be easier now. This hour ride that we're about to take with the win feel way different, you know, than taking an hour ride with the loss. But we're blessed. We're excited about it. I'm happy for the guys. We got to continue to build. Like I said, we still yet to play our best ball. We had some turnovers, quite a few turnovers that second half. But once we clean it up, we're going to be all right.
Well, I guess I'll let you go, and I'll see you guys on I-10.
I appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Congratulations, Coach. Let's go back to you.
Drive safe, fellas. As we take a look at the brackets and you get a look at Riverside, they likely will play Pine Forest on the road. Pine Forest was beating Rickards at last check. All right, Bartram Trail hosting the Lake Brantley Patriots in a loaded Class 8A tonight as well down in St. Johns County. Good crowd, of course. First drive of the game. Patriots would get in the end zone. That's Mason Norwood from 6 yards out. Lake Brantley, the early lead, 6-0. They would have the extra point blocked. Bartram answers right away. Riley Trujillo drops it in the bucket here. Watch this. Right in the hands of John Perung. That is a beautiful throw. That was good defense. Didn't matter. A few plays later, A.J. Megas finishes off the drive. Where is he? Where is he? I got him. Fist pump into the end zone. 7-6, Bartram Trail. A lot of misdirections in this game, by the way, from both teams. Bears got it back, and a bit later, they go 89 yards in 2 plays. Lathan Biddle can play physical, but he's running away from people here. Huge gain. High knee, says Coach Nadu. Big gainer. Bartram hustles to the line of scrimmage, catches Lake Brantley off guard. Cade Duncan now at QB to Eli Sutherland. Nice catch. And then he finishes it off into the end zone. 14-6. Halftime score, all Bears in the second half. 42-6 would be the final. We move to 5A, where some of these matchups may seem pretty familiar. That's because we've got a pair of rematches. The first time around for a district championship. This is the one that means even more with the season on the line.
All right, let's head out to McClenny, where Ed White kept it close in the regular season before Baker County managed to pull away late. So this is take two, right? Baker County early on finding the end zone. Jamarian Baker, who could not play for a more perfectly named team, finds the end zone, touchdown Wildcats. Then Ed White trying to move the ball. It's Isaiah Teal. Big pickup here to the superstar Christian Ellis, but they wouldn't get any points on that or any drive in the first half. Down 21-0 at the half thanks to runs like this. Cam Smith takes it into the end zone. Now Ed White has battled back because this game, like I mentioned, 21-0 at the half, currently 28-12 in the fourth quarter, still yet to be decided.
Right here, we got it. Got a hold him.
So Parker and Rains, this was a defensive battle earlier in the season. Tonight in the graveyard, only 9 points in the first half. Vikings able to turn it on after the break. Carlton Butler stretches for 6 and he gets it. So Parker now down by 3. Darryl Sawyer, he'll rip off a huge run. This led to a field goal and a tie game. It was 10-10 in the third quarter. End of the third, Rains on the move again. Butler over the middle to Quincy Burrows, and look out, breaks a tackle, and he is gone for a 37-yard score. Vikings add to that in the fourth quarter. Butler again doing just enough for the touchdown. Rains a 24-10 win and the season sweep over a strong Terry Parker squad.
They played us very tough in that first game during the regular season, and we knew we had to come with our A game. You know, it wasn't going to be an easy win. We knew it was going to be a hard-fought win, a hard-fought game, because they're a well-coached team. They play very hard. You know, everybody want to win in the playoffs, and we was able to come out on top.
Well, what a turnaround season for Bishop Kenny. From 1 win to 7. Can they keep it going at Wakulla? Down early, James Reesar clear for takeoff. Down just inside the 10. He can run, the sophomore QB. Crusaders would settle for a field goal. They'd get the ball right back because of a pick by Jackson Burnett. And he's waiting on the ball, and he's the only one in the vicinity.
Gets his feet in, too. That counts in the NFL.
No points come out of it. Number 81 picking it off. Yeah. Meanwhile, the War Eagles just too explosive. Marion Smith all the way to the house. 52-24, Wakulla wins it. Well, there you go, by the way. The wall that says it all, and Stuart Weber, the best bracket maker in local television.
I do what I can.
At least here in Jacksonville.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I don't watch the others, but here we go.
I watch the others.
Oh,
we're the best there, too.
Oh, all right, good. Well, take a look now, and you look at some of these smaller regions, right? It was different because you get some buys. Trinity's on a buy, Bowles on a buy, Hilliard on a buy in the smaller classifications.
Yeah, so they get that extra week to kind of, get ready to go and scout. I noticed today at the Jackson game, the entire Bowles coaching staff was there to check it out. Matthew Toblin and his team, and they caught this game right here.
Hey, rock on 3, shallow 6. 1, 2, 3, rock! 1, 5, 6. Yeah.
It's Gadsden County, a deceptive 2-6. They play a super tough schedule, visiting the Nightmare on Main Street. Speaking of deception, how about this handoff? A double reverse, back to QB Jalen Sonyer, and he's going deep. Matthew Merritt on the receiving end of this big pickup. However, there would be no points on the drive. In fact, the Tigers found themselves in a 13-0 hole thanks to passes like this. Jakari Winters to Zaire Riley, the visitors with a 2-score lead. Jackson, though, gets one back. Fred Gaines around the right side. He gains the edge and a touchdown for the Tigers. 13-7. Then some defense before the half. Grayson Pup Howard on a contested ball, and he comes away with it. This guy can do everything. He's a sack monster and an interception too, but the defense was great. However, the Jaguars kick a late field goal and win it. 16-14 is the final.
Hopefully the Jags kick a late field goal Sunday.
Oh, that'd be good.
Win it, but too bad Jackson.
2 Jags wins in Jacksonville in a week.
I don't know if you can tell through the smoke, but Baldwin taking the field against Mariana. Second quarter, they're up 6. Armel Dubose keeps it heads right then up, bouncing off defenders, shaking some others. Big first down into the red zone. Then Ethan Krause gets the rest, passing to Eric Buggist in the corner. 7-6, Baldwin takes the lead. Later on, King Grant comes around, and there's a huge hole. Big game into Mariana territory. Then Krause puts a bow on this drive. The lefty QB to Dewan Malpress for another touchdown. Baldwin with a historic victory in year 101 for the school. It's the first football playoff victory ever.
The school's been around 101 years. I think we started playing football in the late 50s, but yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Congrats. See that? How about that?
I feel like I got the monkey off my back.
Your principal will give me play-by-play, just so you know. Your principal's all he's all in. He's giving me play-by-play all night.
He asks me all the time, do I need anything? I always tell him no. And so when we broke the huddle, I said, I'm going to need 2 charter buses next Friday, just so you know.
And those charter buses are going to South Walton because that's next up for Baldwin. That was Coach Robert Shields on the Blitz Scoreboard Show with myself and Kevin Sullivan. What a win for Shields and Baldwin. Congratulations to them.
A little bit more 4A action. We go to Region 2 of 4A. The Keystone Heights Indians nearly ran the table. 9-1 this year, hosting Umatilla. Indians start the scoring. Tyler Jenkins into the end zone. It was 8-0 home team. Later, Jenkins has the ball again. Oh, yeah, the hurdle. And then he lays the defender out. How about that hurdle? Whoop. And then let's see it. Boom, over the shoulder. Oh, that is awesome.
What's our play of the week?
That might be it right there. But, you know, they would score a few minutes later, and then this might as well be the Tyler Jenkins highlights. How about he takes it 60 as well? How about that? 20-0 Keystone dominating in the first quarter. All Keystone Heights. Your final in this game, 50-0. Indians get the win.
A heck of a win. The first loss was last week, and they've had a heck of a season. We're only just getting started here on the Blitz. More games to get to, more highlights straight ahead, including a local district that sent 4 teams to the playoffs. That is coming up next.
This is David Emerson, the voice of the Baldwin Indians, and you are watching the Friday Night Blitz.
We're Baldwin, and this is Friday Night Blitz. Let's go.
This is Action Sports Jack's Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
Second half of our game of the week was all about defense. Columbia comes up with a first play. How about this pick from Jerome Carter? How good was that? Columbia staying in the game late in the third quarter to get it back for the Tigers on offense. But, here's one of the best defensive backs in the country, Jaheim Singletary, showing why he's so highly touted. He gets the ball back for the Generals. And that would be into Tigers territory. Nothing doing for the offense. Columbia takes over. Here's that Generals defense. Avery Weeks with the sack in the end zone. That's called the safety. 2 more points on the board. And Riverside gets it done on the road, avenges a regular season loss. A 17-3 win for the Generals. That has been such a good matchup over the last few years. Welcome back to the wall that says it all. The brackets really do tell it all in 7A. Look at all these local teams behind me making the playoffs in Region 1. Fletcher won the district. Atlantic Coast brings it late in the year. Same goes for Fleming Island. And, Nice is having a breakout campaign.
Yeah, the Senators' title is so impressive when you consider they had to beat those teams. The Nice, Atlantic Coast, Fleming Island, all who did enough to make the postseason. But those other 3 teams had to start on the road, while the Beach Rats get to play at home.
Orlando Area University, the opponent for Seatric Faison and the Senators. And, go Beach Rats. University will strike first. Senators struck right back. Quarterback Marcellus Tate downfield to Anthony Vaglienti, who runs into the end zone for a Senators touchdown. Coach is right there to celebrate. They're fired up. Now in the second quarter, Senators down 7 until this run. Jabari Williams ties the game right before the half. That will be the last score for the Senators, though. 21 unanswered for University, and University wins at the Beach 35-14.
Well, one Thursday nighter on the schedule. That would be Fleming Island at Buchholz. Here's one thing you can't do if you're the Golden Eagles. After a stop on the first drive, well, the punt is muffed, and the Bobcats recover at the 1. They would punch it in on the next play, and then, well, they wouldn't stop scoring after that. 35-0 at the half. Buchholz wins 35-7. Going to be tough to deal with in this postseason if any of our teams can get by this round.
All right, back to tonight's action. The Nice Panthers tough to beat when the offense clicking at Spruce Creek. Marcus Stokes for Nice. He's had a fantastic year. Goes back the other way to Grant Stevens, big-time tight end. And that would be a touchdown. Then Stokes would go back to work, and Dom Henry, number 1, he can get it done. Look at him go. Beat one guy, and see you later for Stokes and Dom Henry. The 2 would hook up again. A field goal with 15 seconds to go, and then a blocked field goal as time expires gets it done. Nice beat Spruce Creek.
Same region. Tough road trip to the Panhandle for Atlantic Coast. Stingrays looking to get the ball moving early on. They come out swinging here behind Kendall Mathis. He'll power through some Eagles for yardage. A few plays later, Jacob Corley finds his play. QB keeper to the outside into the end zone. Stingrays made it 10-6, but all Niceville from there. 20-6 is your final score.
Hey, our fans of the week at University Christian. They're looking for state title number 10 there at UC, maybe on a collision course with Trinity Christian, and they start them young. There's a lot of pride at UC.
Class of 2049 there.
Absolutely, ready to go. UC dropped from 1-3 in the final week, which means they were hosting Rocky Bayou instead of a bye week. Well, kind of turned into a bye week. UC on track to blow the Bayou out, up 46-0. There goes Dwayne Stuckey for the quarterback keeper for the Fighting Christians. So they already were up 52-0 before the half. Yeah, Rocky Bayou back with the ball, trying to get something going, anything going. But Sean Tunsil comes up with the sack, and that'll be it for the first half. And really, that'll be it for the game. Allen Woods would get in there, 66-0. UC looks good and hopes to continue it next week.
You think they were upset about not getting that bye? Certainly. Let's jump around to 1A now, Region 4. Newberry taking a trip to Stark to meet Bradford. Panthers down 14-6 when Keenan Johnson pushes them into the end zone, cuts into that deficit. Start of the second half now. Bradford hot. Amari Jones looking deep, finding deep. Dejon Shanks was wide open. He takes it into the end zone, 24-13 Tornadoes. Bradford's defense also making some stops. Amari Jones still cooking after that stop because they get the ball back and they get it into the end zone again. Jeremiah Crum this time makes it 31-13. The boys from Stark are moving on. 51-13 is your final score. Bradford with the win.
Wow, heck of a win. They scored the last 37 points. In Region 3, Union County 10-0, and that was only good enough for the third seed. Tough region. First possession, this is Bubba Daviane Thompson, 70-yard touchdown run on 3rd and 6, 7-0 Union County. Later on, short touchdown run by Caleb Crawford. This Fighting Tigers team has a backfield stable. Union County up 28-6 to Cruz, 49-13. Can't wait for this one next week, by the way, in 1A. Hilliard against Union County.
That's going to be a lot of fun. In 3A, Crescent City trekking up to Gainesville to meet PK Young. Blue Wave won the coin toss, elect to receive. And when you got a special team star like Jaron Hamilton, you elect to receive because there he goes. 85 yards, takes it back for the touchdown. Beginning of a big night for the Blue Wave. Midway through the first now, Rashawn Walden. He'll crash his way into the end zone from 3 yards out. All Blue Wave in this game. 56-7, they knock out Crescent City.
I had a Episcopal on the road as well tonight at last year's state runner-up, Florida High. Yeah, state runner-up. Very good. 20-13 Knowles lead. Donovan Barnes adds to it. Finds a crease kickoff return for a touchdown. Knowles go back up by 14 late in the first half. A couple plays later, Episcopal's pass is intercepted. Ashton Hampton got it in his hands, going the other way. Knowles would score off that as well. They scored a bunch. Florida High beats Episcopal 55-13. Good season, though, for Marcus Wellens and the Eagles.
Another game where they just scored the rest of the points after it was close. 20-13. Episcopal stuck in there, but final 35 go to Florida High. All right, let's go north of the border, shall we? This is Ware County. Excuse the camera work. Just got to unhinge the pan swivel. It's a little swivel button. Just unhinge it so you don't have to just manually move the tripod. That's Cavis Baker.
Videography
that's
101.
That's a kickoff return for a touchdown, and that's a win for Ware County. They get the dub, 42-28. Hey, we like to inform here.
Yeah, we educate here on the Friday Night Blitz. And speaking of north of the border, Camden County falls to North Cobb tonight, and there you see the Ware County win. GHSA changing things up this year when it comes to schedules with 6A and single A teams playing on Saturday. Action Sports Jack's Olivia Tassley has the rundown of the Saturday games.
3 more local schools in Georgia are hoping for a chance to win a state championship, but they'll have to wait an extra day to start their run to Atlanta, starting with the undefeated Brunswick Pirates. Their path to the championship begins at home, hosting the 2-8 Tucker Tigers, a team that will try and get past a defense that allows the 4th fewest points in Class 6A before last week's regional championship game. As for Brunswick's crosstown rivals, the Glenn Academy Terrors will play in their 14th straight postseason as they head to Langston Hughes. Head coach Rocky Hidalgo says the team played some of their best football last week, and they'll need to keep that going if they want to beat a 9-1 team. Finally, in the single A public bracket, 2 7-3 teams will face off as the Charlton County Indians play the Wilcox County Patriots. They'll kick off at 6:30 in Rochelle. Now, these Saturday games are just a one-week deal. All the games in Georgia will be on Friday in round 2. In the studio, I'm Olivia Tasley. Let's go back to you.
All right, follow Olivia Tasley on Twitter as well as you follow the rest of the Action Sports Jacks team.
It's really easy to know the names because there's Brent A.S. Jacks, Stuart A.S. Jacks, Olivia A.S. Jacks. Olivia with an A, by the way.
Yeah, there we go.
So you know.
Hey, more to come on the Blitz, including the play of the day. Plus another look at the brackets. We'll tell you about a big upset in 7A that featured a local team in a good way.
And let's say hey to a very successful morning for local runners at State Cross Country Championships, led by this man, Reinhardt Harrison, his 3rd title. St. John's Country Days' Matthew Stratton, also an individual champ. Well, the Ponte Vedra girls and Bowles boys and girls all won team titles. Meanwhile, I sprained my ankle in regionals my senior year. We never made it to state. Some things you don't forget.
Well, some things you don't forget. I finished last my sophomore year in cross country in the state of Rhode Island.
Nice.
So everybody else did better than that.
Good job, all you runners who are better than us.
We are the Jackson Tigers, and this is Friday Night Blitz. Long live Coach Rob.
Long live Coach Shell, too, man.
This is Action Sports Jacks Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.
My sophomore year, I was playing center, and it was just an incredible season. We actually won states, and that was the first year in probably maybe 5 or 6 years that we actually had won states, and then going back our junior year and going back-to-back state champions. So that was incredible for us.
Oh, Brandon Linder on the high school memory from down there in South Florida. By the way, Linder back on the practice field this week. Won't play Sunday, but maybe back soon enough. Jaguars against Indianapolis, 1 o'clock on Sunday on CBS 47. Countdown to kickoff at 11:30. We will be in Indianapolis with the Jacksonville Jaguars. All right, we look for our plays of the week. We have our first week of high school football playoffs in the books, and we've got ourselves a heck of a play that we chose. You saw it already.
Spoiler alert, we kind of yelled play of the week as it was happening to kind of let us know we were going to do it.
Sometimes they're obvious.
I mean, here we go. Tyler Jenkins from Keystone Heights. It's not just the hurdle. It's the combination of the hurdle and the truck stick. Just the back-to-back nature of that for Jenkins. We also showed him score 2 touchdowns, by the way.
He had a 60-yard run a little later on.
60-yarder a little later. Oh, I love it. Keystone Heights improving to 10-1 on the year. Gotta love it.
Very good. Hey, we got another edition of the Blitz. In fact, we just got some more highlights in from Nice game, Fort White game,
Atlantic Coast
game. So
Efforting
we'll show
Creekside
those,
still
coming in at 11:20 on CBS 47 and Fox 30. Another edition of the Blitz. And we take a look at the brackets one more time. I think we can do that if we can.
Yep.
Creekside lost to Apopka 42-0, so that's a score we haven't passed along. Atlantic Coast lost to Niceville. Nice with a huge upset, 24-21 over Spruce Creek. They kick a field goal with 15 seconds left, and then they blocked one as time expired after a kick return. How about that? And there you see the brackets. We had some survivors after week 1, and a lot of team seasons came to an end as well.
That means, by the way, Nice now has to go to Niceville, the team that just beat Atlantic Coast. If you
at least
take
they
a
can
look
get
at
a
the
good
bracket.
scouting report.
That's it. Yeah, just go check it out.
All right, that's going to do it for the Friday Night Blitz for now. Coming up 11:20, we got more.
We'll see you then. We'll get ready to leave you now with our Band of the Week. We like to do it each and every week. Oh, a little bit of music there in Stark as the Bradford Band is going to take us to break. Be sure to join us again, 11:15. We'll have more highlights for you right here on the Friday Night Blitz.
Thanks for watching Action Sports Jacks Friday Night Blitz, sponsored by Whataburger, just like you like it.